Hi everyone, good evening. कैसे हो सब लोग? Welcome to today's class. Welcome to Vedantu everybody. I hope you all are doing great. Yes students, before we start today's session, I request you all to please like, share, subscribe and comment on the chat box. Everybody, welcome to today's class. Before we start, quickly students, to join our official Vedantu group, you can use the link given on your screen or you can use the barcode which is given here. So scan it everyone, the scanning code, and you will be able to join it. Today we are going to see the solutions of sample question paper of economics CBSE. So are you ready everybody? Today we will be discussing 3-mark questions and there will be 5 questions that we will be discussing. So students, without much ado, let us start today's session. And first question that we are going to see is going to be question number 6 and the question is on the screen. What is it written? Giving valid reason, explain which of the following will be included in estimation of national income of India. First, purchase of shares of X Limited by an investor in the National Stock Exchange. Second is salaries paid by French Embassy, New Delhi to local workers of housekeeping department. Third is compensation paid by the government of India to victims of the flood. Okay, or the second question is given, estimate the value of nominal gross domestic product for a hypothetical economy. The value of real gross domestic product and price index are given as 2,500 crores and 125 crores respectively. So let us discuss everybody. First question, following should not be included in estimation of national income. So all such transactions that are mere paper claims and do not lead to any value addition. The shares that you are going to purchase is not going to add any value to the economy as such in form of goods and services. That is the reason we will not add the shares purchased. Second one is compensation paid by Government of India is a mere transfer payment. Why? Because when government is giving you a transfer payment, it is just transfer from one person to another person. It is unearned income. And we all know that unearned income is not a part of national income. It is not included in national income. Also, transfer in payment, transfer income or unearned income does not lead to exchange of goods and services. That is the reason why we do not include that. Okay? Next question that we'll be seeing is, now this is simple. We are going to use the formula of nominal GDP, which is real GDP into price index upon 100. Simple. So real GDP is given as 500, price index is 125 upon 100, which is equal to 625 crores. So this is nothing else but our nominal GDP. Barabar che? Hello everyone. Hi Neeraj. Hello Sanjay. No, Neeraj, I am not ignoring you. I just saw your message. Yes. So now let's go to the next question. Now we'll be discussing the 7th question. The question is given as, study the following information and compare the economies of Singapore on the grounds of investment in infrastructure as a percentage of GDP. Correct? We have to compare India and we have to compare Singapore. What do we have to compare? We have to compare the investment in infrastructure as a total percentage of GDP. ठीक है, चलो शुरू करते हैं. So investment in infrastructure as a percentage of GDP is that proportion of GDP which is invested for developing the infrastructure. So out of the total GDP, how much percentage of the total GDP is the government using to develop the infrastructure? Now, if you have observed the data, it is evident that India is contributing 30% of total GDP on infrastructure progress, which is just a notch above 28% of Singapore. Now, please understand, students, whenever there is a developing economy, a developing economy's share in investment in infrastructure is going to be a little higher. Why? Because the foundation of infrastructure is not yet ready. But does that mean that developed economies will not have infrastructure investment? They will definitely have. But please understand, the foundation of infrastructure is established in developed countries. The investment will be just leveling up the existing infrastructure. Now, just in India, we already had railways. Now we are adding metro to it. We have plans of adding bullet train to it. So what are we doing? We are amping up. We are leveling up the infrastructure step by step. This costs India a huge expenditure on investment. Considering the vast geography of India, this is a relatively lower proportion in this direction. If India wants to grow at a faster rate, we must concentrate on higher judicious investment on development of infrastructure. See, as I told you all, we need to increase the investment. The foundation of investment has to be leveled up. Correct, everybody? Hi, Chinky. Good evening. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next, start करने से पहले students, we have CBSE Term 2 crash course which we have launched, where you will be having 60 plus hours of live interactive classes, tests to make you prepare for your exams. Classes will be taught live and will be available as recorded. Ask unlimited doubts inside the class and also on Vedantu's app post class. Assignments and handwritten notes for daily revision will also be provided. This course was available for 10,000. Then it was available for 2,000. But if you use the code MTPRO, you will get this only for 999. Isn't that amazing? पूरा term 2 का revision हो जाएगा यार सिर्फ 1,000 रुपए में. Come on everybody, please join. The link is in the description. Hi Shruti, welcome to the class. Now, next question. Read the following text carefully and answer the question number 8 and 9 given below. Now, this is a paragraph given. Sino-Pak Friendship Corridor. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, popularly known as CPEC, has deepened the decades-long strategic relationship between the two nations. But it has also sparked criticism for burdening Pakistan with mountains of debt and allowing China to use its debt trap diplomacy to gain access to strategic assets of Pakistan. The foundation of CPEC, part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, were laid in May 2013. At that time, Pakistan was reeling under weak economic growth. China committed to play an integral role in supporting Pakistan's economy. Pakistan and China have strategic relationships that goes back to decades. Pakistan turned to China at a time when it needed a rapid increase in external financing to meet critical investment in hard infrastructure, particularly power plants and highways. CPEC's early harvest projects met this need, leading to a dramatic increase in Pakistan's power generation capacity, bringing an end to supply-side constraints that had made rolling blackouts a regular occurrence across the country. Pakistan leaned into CPEC, leveraging Chinese financing and technical assistance in an attempt to end power shortages that had paralyzed its country's economy. Years later, China's influence in Pakistan has increased at an unimaginable pace. You can experience it even today. China has a huge influence on Pakistan. Huge माने huge. And दुश्मन का दुश्मन दोस्त होता है always. So China is Pakistan's largest bilateral creditor. China's ability to exert influence on Pakistan's economy has grown substantially in recent years, mainly due to the fact that Beijing is now Islamabad's largest creditor. According to documents released by Pakistan's Finance Ministry, Pakistan's total public and publicly granted external debt stood at $44.35 billion in June 2013, just 9.3% of which was owed to China. By April 2021, this external debt had ballooned to $90.12 billion, with Pakistan owing 27.4% to 24.7 billion of its total external debt to China, according to the International Monetary Fund, popularly called as the IMF. थोड़ा सा और है, पढ़ लेने दो यार. Additionally, China provided financial and technical expertise to help Pakistan build its roads infrastructure, expanding north-south connectivity to improve the efficiency of moving goods from Karachi all the way to Gilgit-Baltistan, which is in POK. These investments were critical in better integrating the country's ports, especially in Karachi, with urban centers in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa provinces. Despite power asymmetries between Pakistan and China, the latter still has tremendous agency in determining its own policies, even if such policies come at expense of long-term socio-economic welfare of Pakistani citizens. I hope you are understanding what is written over here. Now let's look at the question. The question given is, outline and discuss any two economic advantages of China-Pakistan economic corridor accruing to economy of Pakistan. Accruing मतलब कि पाकिस्तान इकोनॉमी को क्या फायदा मिल रहा है. तो बच्चों दो फायदा है. China has provided financial and technical expertise to Pakistan, which has helped Pakistan to build its support system like road infrastructure, employment, income and economy को बढ़ाने के लिए the China-Pakistan economic corridor has been of tremendous use to Pakistan. Second is CPCE has led to massive increase in power generation capacity of Pakistan. It has brought an end to supply side constraints in the nation, which had made blackouts in a regular phenomena. Blackouts माने बिजली नहीं होती थी, अब बिजली होती है. किसके वजह से? CPCE के वजह से, where पाकिस्तान के इकोनॉमी में चाइना इज प्लेइंग अ वेरी ह्यूज रोल. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. क्या है नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? एनालाइज द इम्प्लीकेशन ऑफ बायलैटरल डेट ट्रैप सिचुएशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान बिकॉज ऑफ द चाइनीज इकोनॉमी. चलो देखते हैं. China has become very famous for its debt trap diplomacy in recent times. Under this, China provides financial and technical assistance to many nations to bring them under its direct influence, sometimes indirect influence. The first and the foremost implication of diplomacy is that Beijing has now become Islamabad's largest creditor, which means that now Islamabad is under huge pressure, under huge debt from Beijing. According to documents released by Pakistan's Finance Ministry, its total public external debt stood at 44.35 billion in June 2013, just 9.3% of which was owed to China. By April 2021, this debt had ballooned to 90.12 billion, with Pakistan owing 27.4% to 24.7 billion of its total external debt to China, according to the IMF. These are huge numbers, students. These are not small numbers, correct? Chalo, anyway. Let's go to the next question. The next question is, explain how non-monetary exchanges impact the use of gross domestic product as an index of economic welfare. Now, what are non-monetary exchanges? Those exchanges which are done not for money are called as non-monetary exchanges. Non-monetary exchange transactions are not a part of estimation of GDP on account of practical difficulties, like we do not have one data available nahi hai. Second, at what prices will we monetize these services? Correct. Although these services enhance the public welfare, which may lead to underestimation of GDP, but we cannot do anything about it. For example, kitchen gardening, service of homemaker, etc. are not a part of national income. So I have a urban garden in my balcony. There I grow tulsi and mint and lemongrass, all these things. But when I'm using it, will it be a part of national income? It will not be. Why? Because these are non-monetary transactions, non-monetary exchanges, non-monetary products. Correct? So national income will look lesser than what it actually is. But we cannot do anything about it because we do not have data. Also, we do not know at what price should we include it. Correct? So बच्चों, that's all for the day. कैसा रहा आज का सेशन? मजा आया आप सबको? Yes, everybody. Now, in the comment box, I want you to tell me how was today's class. Was it super duper amazing? Did you all have an amazing time? Did you all understand everything? Yes. In the next class, we'll be discussing 5-mark questions. So students, please do not forget to come on Monday, 9th May, where we'll be discussing the 5-mark questions at 6:45. So if you tend to forget things, students, please subscribe to the channel. So whenever the session will start, you will get a notification that session is going to start. Meanwhile, what you can do is, you can join the crash course. Use the code MTPRO while you are going to join it. You will get this course only for 9999. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Only then you will be getting all the updates. Or join our official Vedantu group. You can use the link or you can scan the code here and you can register yourself in this channel. You will be getting instant updates and exam related notifications. Yes, everybody. Thank you very much, everyone. I will see you all in the next class. Do not forget, we are going to discuss 5-mark questions on Monday, that is 9th May at sharp 6:45. See you, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.